I have to admit, man, this stuff going on with the pagans out in Pennsylvania is a travesty of justice. And that's my opinion. Over the last couple days, I've been looking at this story and saying, what kind of freaking justice do we really have in this country? And what I'm talking about is the judge's refusal to let six of the defendants, pagans, in this one case to have separate trials. Now, you got to understand why, yeah, I would want a separate trial too, because anything that goes against one of the other co defendants is going to affect me. You had that guy Lawless, figure with Lawless is the last name, took a plea deal, did a summation, said he was involved in criminal behavior, if you will, and he got off. Time served. So you got to wonder what was behind that. Nobody knows that right now. It hasn't came out anyway. But the fact that you have that, then there was charges dropped against two other people. The remaining six, man, they're facing serious time here and serious stuff, and it looks like they're going to take it to the box. But with the judge saying, "No, man, it won't be prejudice." Come on, really? You got to have money, I guess, in this country to get a fair trial. But let's go into this. Okay, we're going to go into this story right here out of the Mercury. Six pagans lose bids for separate trials in assault shooting incident at Wawa. And something like this, you do want a separate trial with. And it even says it right here. In an order issued on Thursday, Montgomery County Judge Reza Vetri Furman, try to say that 50 times, denied the request for severance made by the defendants. Goes on to say the court finds the defendants will not be prejudiced by offenses or defendants being tried together. That is horse crap, especially if you're able to bring in, the likes of Steve Cook or something. They're going to be using the club against them as it is, but not being able to put up a good defense because you're being tried with co-defendants and all the evidence against them is going to be prejudicial with the jury against you. I just think it's unbelievable, man. She reached the decision based on arguments she heard from the defense lawyers and prosecutors during the pretrial hearings between March 10th and March 13th. During the hearings, lawyers for the men argued that a joint trial, which I agree, there would be a risk that evidence against one of the individuals would spill over and improperly and unfairly attributed to the other co-defendants. At a separate trial, each of the men would be evaluated solely on his own alleged conduct, which you would think that's common sense. But of course, since they're pagans and this is a big news thing, the judge probably looking for 15 minutes of fame because nobody knows who the hell this judge is. So of course you got to be a jerk off. But anyway, the assistant district attorney and co-prosecutor said it would not be unfair and that jurors are capable of weighing evidence against each man individually. That's horse shit. You know what? You can throw a crime in front of jurors that's caught on video 100%. They'll still issue the wrong verdict. Give me a break. Anyway, the man faces charges of aggravated and simple assault, recklessly endanger other persons, and riot in connection. This was against that unknown bikers on October 17th of 2025. And then it talks about, this is the guy I was telling you about. Jason William Lawless, he was 46. He pled guilty to misdemeanor charges of simple assault and conspiracy to commit simple assault in connection with the incident. Now, he was sentenced time served 23 months, received credit for 145 days. He has served awaiting trial. I wonder if he's going to be in the box if these guys take it there. Now, he admitted that while he did not physically engage in assault, he acted as an accomplice by being present and intending to act extra support. But that's the club's decision with them. All I know is a summation really stinks for the guys that are still going on. And then you had this happen, charges dismissed for the 2 pagan members in Wawa shooting case. The judge cites lack of evidence tying defendants to alleged assault. So these guys got off because I guess they really weren't involved, is what they're saying. One of the attorneys maintained his client never engaged in the fight, did not use a weapon, and remained on his motorcycle before leaving the scene shortly after gunfire broke out. His attorney, Higgins' attorney, also made the similar arguments, contending the case lacked proof of his specific role. So the judge got it right in this one, but it really does suck for the 6 other defendants in this case that they have to all go the trial together. You know what's going to be used against them in this trial. And I don't think they're going to get a fair shake whatsoever, because you had one guy freaking do a summation, admitting to everything, already framing the trial. You had 2 released, which is good. But the other, you don't stand a chance in hell, I don't think, man, my opinion, with a jury, because juries are, they're famous for making the wrong decisions. They're famous for it. But anyway, what do you guys and gals think, man? Let me know what what your suggestions would be and all that good stuff for these guys. But I feel horrible for these guys because just because you're in a club, you're going to get some bad rulings against you. And that's looking what is going to happen right here. Don't forget to go over to the music channel, man. Throttle Radio over there on YouTube. The YouTube music, man, it's pretty good stuff. Spotify and all that good stuff. And we got some surprises coming up for you, too, with another channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, baby. Rock on.